Welcome to Actors 2020 Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Keatth, and today we have two very special guest stars who have an amazing amount of Instagram followers. We have a young lady, Ava Wescott, and a young gentleman called Isaiah Nickerson. First up is Ava. Let's give her a call and let's see why she has so many Instagram followers. Let's give her a call now and see what she has to offer you. And here we go.
Hello?
Hello, Ava. It's Johnny with Actors 2020 Podcast. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. So you're here in Los Angeles, originally from New York, but you're going to Coachella today. Is that right?
Yes, that is completely right.
Awesome. So we want to know why you have so many Instagram followers. How did you get 18,000 followers?
Well, honestly, I've been working really hard since I was about 16, 15. It all started with not believing in myself as a child and finding the realization that I could do this, that I could get up and push myself, be driven. And it started off with doing 2-3 shoots a week. It definitely slowed down since then, but it used to be a huge part of my life. And then I started finding music, recording. I have right now like 2 albums out and a couple singles, continuing to push myself.
Yeah, I saw a lot of music online, and you have the latest called Off the Deep End. Do you mind if I play a little slice of that?
Of course.
All right, let's listen to it.
Hold my hand as we walk in the deep end. Hold my hand as we walk in the deep end. Hold my hand as we walk in the deep end. Never thought it could be different to now. Never thought we could see the end to now. I'll drown with you, I'll die with you. Just hold me tight till the night's through. Can't stop to think, can't stop to think.
That's pretty hot.
Thank you.
So what does that mean? What is it going off the deep end? What does that mean to you? What are you trying to communicate there?
Honestly, whenever I'm writing my music, it's when I'm in the most vulnerable place emotionally and when I just need an outlet to express my emotions. Life hasn't handed me the easiest cards, being in a dark place, but wanting to, I guess, get better, you know?
Right, so you're taking the lemons and you're making some lemonade out of them.
Exactly.
So a lot of your pictures, it seems like every time you throw a picture up, it's 200-300 likes, but then you throw a music video up and it's like 6,000 people, 6,000 likes. You do the promo video for Love and Death, you got 9,000 people.
Yeah.
Is it a certain niche or a certain audience that, because I noticed some of your stuff, I don't want to say it's dark. I would say it's like very artistic.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I would definitely say that videos definitely engage an audience more just in general, just because it's more palpable. You know, it is a niche. I would say not a lot of people are going to get what I'm producing, but that's okay because honestly, I produce it for myself. What makes me happy. I kind of have narrowed down my genre to goth pop because for so long people would ask me, oh, what kind of music do you play? And I honestly had no answer. So...
That's a great answer. Not everyone's going to sit there watching in front of a toilet with roses coming out of your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe 5,000 people.
Exactly.
So great. Most of my podcast is just, actors, and they're always talking about their theater credits, or I was an extra, I met Adam Sandler, I did, and they got like 200 followers on Instagram. Yeah. And bam, here you are doing your own thing, not trying to be everyone else. You're just being yourself, creating your own niche, I guess, and people are drawn to that.
I mean, just branching out is the most that one can do, I feel like so many people are on this path of being an artist and on this path of, wanting to be known, but they're not really making themselves known for something. You know what I mean?
Right. They're being copycats. They're just kind of doing what everyone else does.
Yeah.
So, I mean, seriously, because you submitted your thing, I'm like, wow, she has like nothing on here compared to everybody else. But then you go online and you're just like kicking their butt.
I mean, yeah, I'm just starting as well. I guess, through my teen years, I was just doing the normal life route, and then I turned 16 and I'm 18 now. Mm-hmm. I just decided, it's time to like kick in my gear, I guess.
But that's great. You're doing it at such a young age. I mean, 18 is, I know it's as old as you've ever been, but to everyone else, I mean, that's pretty, like, you're just starting out.
Yeah, I definitely have a long way to go.
Yeah, but even having a long way to go, you still have a solid foundation to grow on. I was like, you could put a picture up, stick your tongue out, and 1,000 people like it.
Yeah.
It's so great. Where are you going in your mind? Like, say you're 21, where's Ava at when she's 21?
I definitely want to be doing world tours by then. Just being able to meet new people that are moved by my music, which is honestly so touching. You know, I get these messages sometimes and it makes everything worthwhile, all that work. And, you know, even like the self-doubt just vanishes. You know, just one person saying like, hey, this one song helped me get through this tough time in my life, or hey, like this one song like really spoke to me in a certain way. And it's just really great just to be able to like help someone in some way, even if you can't meet them, and meeting them in person then, you know, during like performances or meetups in the future would be great. And then I also want to continue my acting career. I still have the final paperwork and stuff to go over, but the American Academy of Dramatic Arts this fall in LA, that, and just, you know, continue doing films and creative work and just continue blossoming. You know, I don't think there's ever a limit of how much one can grow, you know?
So where do you get that mindset from?
There's aspects of, you know, everyone's saboteur personality that will put you down. It's hard to fight with that. It's hard to stand up and go against it. But when you look inside of yourself and you find what truly shines, it's just easy to look past that at times. And it's okay, you know, what you get down at times, but that's just human. And just pushing through that is all you can do.
Wow, so sometimes when you put a song out, like somebody writes a book or they write a song and they're the author of that song, but then somebody reads the book or they listen to the music and they interpret it a whole different way. Has that ever happened to you?
Oh, definitely. Most people don't really understand what I'm writing about. I'm often writing in kind of poetry-based, metaphoric words, really up to their interpretation, because that's what's important about how they interpret the song, because everyone's life is different, but at the same time, they're very similar. Everyone has the same wants, the same needs, and same desires at their very core. And just connecting with a piece of art, that's just what everyone's goal is as an artist, the listener or the viewer to connect with it.
Well, that's true, because you're not just putting out some cookie cutter music. You know, your stuff has to deal with emotion. So someone listens to it, bam, and it hits that emotion. And maybe it's not what you're communicating, but it's a starting point for them to start expressing themselves and saying, hey, it's almost like kind of therapy.
Yeah. It would always be kind of a goal of mine. I used to want to be a filmmaker before, you know, all this music stuff. My goal was always, I would just want to be able to make people feel emotion. That was just always something that drove me. And now I'm able to do that with another platform, and it's great.
But it's still kind of filmmaking, because you're making the music videos, and that's making a film.
Exactly. I definitely have more music videos in the future planned out as well, which I directed. I self-directed and I edited that last music video of mine, which is also just a great experience. So amazing to be able to just control what everyone else is seeing from you.
Because you were probably in music videos before where you were just playing the actress and you had no control of this cutter. You're like, why didn't they put that in? It was so why? Do you ever like look at it and you go, the reason I'm asking, if you let an actress sometimes in the editing, they're like, and you're editing it based on a creative type thing, and then she'll say, I don't like the fat on the back of my arms there.
I mean, I am a chick, I'm a girl, so there's definitely times where I'm like, that angle is not doing it for me. But, you know, it is mostly artistic based, but we still gotta have the angles because they're everything.
That's cool. Wouldn't it be funny, like you say, you go out there and you start doing this acting and you're doing all these little blonde hair, cutesy little parts, and they're going, oh, she's so wholesome. And then they go to your Instagram page and they see this red spaghetti coming out of your mouth, you know? They're like, what?
I mean, I definitely want to continue just the alternative side in my acting, even though I can definitely play the girl next door type. It's able for me to do. My dream roles are the final girl, are the villain. And even though it's just easier for me to play, honestly. I like something with depth. I like something with grit, something to like hold on and grab a hold to. I love roles like that, something where I'm crying, screaming. That's what I love.
Well, they're the most interesting, where they're like, oh, there's no way she could be the killer, and all of a sudden, you are the killer.
Yeah. That's what people watch film for. You know, they watch film, they go to theater for problems. You know, you're trying to get out of your head the problems that you have and look at someone else's problems to distract yourself, you know?
Right. So when you're standing in front of the mirror and it's just you and you're just looking at yourself, what do you see?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I mean, I guess it differs at times, you know.
Right.
But I love my reflection. You know, there's always an area to be better. You know, I'm always like, I want to be better in this way. That's human nature. I
mean, not so much physically. I know you have, you have a very unique pair of lips, obviously. They're thicker than most, you know.
I've never gotten work done either.
Well, I wasn't going to go into all. I was thinking, how should I ask that question? I didn't know if I was even going to bring that up, so thank you for saving me.
Of course.
Not physically. You're looking at yourself and the reflection's looking back at you. What's inside that person that you're seeing?
Honestly, I've had some very traumatic experiences in my life. So there's always that is going to be, knocking at the door. But just having like self-love and self-resilience is something that always like brings you through that. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always going to be the one person that will always be there for me. As long as it's me, myself, and I, we're going to be okay.
That's awesome. Because it always starts with loving yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are lonely is because they don't like the person they're alone with.
Exactly. And it's easy to change as well. Just like self-growth is the easiest way, and just starting to do like one thing a day that changes your perspective on things.
What's your next project? What are you working on next?
Well, I'm going to the studio again on Thursday. I'm working on a new album. I've had like 2 songs done with the album right now, and then I'm probably going to do some more extra work. I just did extra work for this high fidelity movie, and then probably, do more auditions. I have also a go-see that I'm going to as well, just everywhere,
Where do you get your extra work from? Do you get it from backstage?
Yeah, backstage.
It's not so much research I can do about you, online besides, your music and your Instagram photos.
Yeah.
I must say I'm pretty impressed.
Oh, thank you. Definitely people don't really know who I am as a being until, you talk to me or meet me, because I don't think it's possible to really like transcribe who a person is, just through a screen, honestly.
Exactly, because they look at it, they may prejudge you a little bit just based on your appearance.
Yeah.
And then you start talking to you, you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very driven, and you seem like you know exactly where you're going. And I think all those bad experiences that you had in your past has only made you who you are.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, the broken are the most driven. The broken are the most evolved. Without going through things that change you as a being, you're just going to be like everyone else, because it really changes who you are, like your synapses and everything else inside of you.
Right. So what advice would you have to somebody who's maybe like 12 or 14? They're getting up there, they have something inside of them and they want to get into the music industry or maybe the acting industry. But for you, like say musically, what advice would you just have for them?
I mean, you have time. Something that I wish I would have done when I was younger was start instruments. I'm now learning piano and learning guitar. Definitely, I wish I had that like from a childhood. Definitely just start with your roots, start with the actual talent behind it, because I feel like that's gotten lost in our society. So many people are famous for being famous, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's so many pretty faces. Pretty face opens the door, but what are you going to do once that door's open?
So in your mind, do you feel like that you're even late to the game, even though you're 18?
Honestly, I feel like so many people feel like that in my generation. It's always that like nagging feeling that like you need to be better, But, at the same time, I do let myself, have fun. I'm not one of those type of people that like doesn't live, which is also something that is definitely affecting a lot of people. I do want to be at a faster pace, but that will come with time. A year ago, I didn't think I would be at the place where I am now. So I know for a fact that a year from now, I'm not even going to know my life will be like.
Right. Well, you're going to get this agent. You're going to get into that school. You're only going to hone your skills even more. You're a person who's out there who's taken action, who's found their niche, and is expanding not only in that, but like you have that down, but you're also moving into another direction with this acting. I mean, you're going back into the basics with extra work, starting when you have this whole musical thing already kind of right there. And it just seems like you're a super driven young woman.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Is there anything else that you want to say, anything that you want to promote or anything else you want to say?
I mean, just my new album, Off the Deep End is really something touching for me. It's kind of like an area where my life is beginning to change, kind of metamorphosis, and definitely just my new album should be out by fall-ish. So check that out when that's dropping as well.
Right. So if anybody wants to find out more information about you, where would they go? To your Instagram page?
Slime BBY.
Slime BBY.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, Ava, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for being on my podcast. I wish you well.
You too. It was great talking to you.
I think you're going to do amazing. And thank you again for being my guest.
Of course. Anytime. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye. Have a good time at Coachella.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, Ava. You were incredibly awesome. Now we're moving on to part 2. Isaiah Nickerson, a.k.a. Zay Dog. Let's give him a call and find out why he has 20,000 Instagram followers. Let's give him a call and see what he has to offer you. And here we go.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Goodbye.
Well, well, well. And there you have it, folks. We'll get back to you next time. Well, I don't know what to do. Let's just call him back and see what happens.
Hello?
Hello, Isaiah. It's Johnny Keatth from Actors 2020 Podcast. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Awesome. So what we want to know is, why do you have 20,000 Instagram followers? How did you get that many followers?
Well, simply because I've had my Instagram for over, I say, since I was in 7th grade. I've always just had that drip that everybody loves.
All right. So you're you're trying to be an actor as well?
Yes, well, I started out as acting when I was about 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I just started doing like little commercials and things like that.
Were you doing that here in Los Angeles or in Atlanta?
I was doing that in Atlanta.
Okay. So you got your start there in Atlanta, then you moved to LA, and now you're just kicking it here, huh?
Yeah, now I'm just trying to keep going forward and keep going.
Right. So what do people call you? Do they call you by your name Isaiah? Or do they call you Zay Dog?
Oh, they call me Zay Dog.
Okay, that's awesome. I just spoke to a girl. She had 18,000 followers, and she was kind of the same thing. I was like, how do you have so many followers? She's saying pretty much the same thing. You know, you're saying that you're like an individual person. You're out there creating your own look.
And most likely you have to be yourself.
That's it, right? You can't be a follower.
That's why people love me for being, right? You can't be a follower. People are following me. They want to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because anyone out who's doing a cookie cutter thing, you're just one of 100, and you're an individual.
Right.
You're creating your own brand, right?
Right.
Right. So where do you think you're going to be, say, like 2 years from now? Where do you want to be?
2 years from now, I see myself most likely being signed to a label already. 2 years, and I've already dropped 2 albums.
Really?
2 platinum albums at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
I would have already won an awards and all of that.
Who inspired you? Like, who's your real model?
My role model? What do you mean role model in life or in the entertainment business?
Well, let's start off with the entertainment. Why did you want to get into the entertainment business in the first place? Like, who out there inspired you?
Okay, yes, here it goes. The artist that most likely would have inspired me would have to be Lil Wayne. And that's off the jump. Tunchi and Nicki. Tunchi and Nicki Minaj.
Okay, that Lil Wayne, huh? That's awesome.
Yeah, Tunchi.
What about acting-wise?
Well, acting-wise, my role model would most likely have to be Samuel L. Jackson, because that's somebody that I saw him grow from acting from when he was 20s, and he's came really far in the acting business. And when I was younger, I used to always see him just on the TV. My mom watching. I'm like, who is this good-ass actor? Who is this? He was in, like, every movie that came out.
He don't take any ass either, does he?
He does not. And he can play any role at that.
I remember he was like being interviewed, and he was talking about some guy that he was on the set. He goes, I didn't like that guy too much. I wanted to take him out, but I didn't do it. I hated him.
It be like that, man.
Right. So going back to the role models, who's your role model in life?
My role model in life would most definitely have to be my mom, because I've seen her go through a lot. I've seen people treat her all type of ways, and she still come out on top, and she still comes out number one, no matter what.
That's pretty good. Giving love to the mom, always, because she's always there.
Yes.
Got your back, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's for sure. So, guy, you have 2 platinum albums already?
Already?
How do you get your recording done? Do you go to do something you do yourself, or does somebody like produce you?
No, I have my lower label right now, Underground Railroad Entertainment. They have a store in LA that I just go to whenever I feel the need to. And we have an at-home studio also.
Right. So you like practice there, then you go back and you shoot it for real at the other place?
No, I do my, I practice because we have a studio at home also. So I just do my runovers at home, and then I go to the real studio and put it out and record.
Right. How did you get into the Screen Actors Guild Union?
When I was in Atlanta, I think I was about 10. I just got online. I was like, hold on. I see all of these kids on TV. Why? I know I can get on the TV too. So I go on Google. I typed in, I'm like, how can I apply to go on commercial or these auditions? And I found one. So I said, whoa, let me call them. So I called them, and they were like, how old are you? I'm like, 10. And they were like, well, can we speak to your parents? I'm like, oh, most definitely. It just happened by me just being eager and wanting to do something, and I saw it, and I just went for it, and I looked it up, searched it up, and I did it.
That's crazy. So your mom had to do all the legal stuff. She had to get you a work permit.
Yeah, she had to handle all that. I got in front of the camera and turned up.
She put the money aside for when you got older?
Right, yeah, she'd do that for me.
Wow. So you still out here with your mom, or you out here all alone? You on your own?
I'm still out with my mom. She still's managing me right now.
Okay, so you got somebody watching your back, huh?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself living in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself living, I would say California, because I love it out here.
You can't beat the weather.
Oh, no, you can't. No state can beat this weather, man. I love that summer feel.
10 years old, you just took it upon yourself,
Right.
make the telephone call, get on the set, get in the union right away. When people out here 5 years, 10 years, they're still doing non-union stuff.
See, no, I was eager. I said, I know what I want. Came out the womb knowing what I wanted, and I'm finna go get it.
Right. So you got representation. You there with Nick managing? Who's that?
Yes, Underground Railroad.
Okay. So if somebody wants to contact you, that's how they contact you?
Yes, or you can contact me personally, too.
Right. You just go to your Instagram page?
Yes.
I'm always interviewing people. Oh, how did you start? Oh, I was an extra. Oh, I did theater. You know, it's like the same story. So I said, you know, I want to shake it up. I go, why don't we see, who's got the most Instagram followers? And bam, there you were.
Let's shake it up then.
That's so great. So do you interact with your fans?
Oh, yes, I interact with them all the time. We have, like, this little thing we do. It's on Sundays. I just post, like, silly Sunday stuff on my stories. Like, all the videos that I save from out the week. Because I post, like, when I do the crazy stuff, I'll wait so they can just all be surprised.
So situation later on life, you plan on being a dad, getting married, all that, or?
Yes. I plan on being a dad of 5.
Really?
With a beautiful wife, yes.
Yeah.
Living in my California mansion.
A lot of beautiful girls out here for sure.
Yes, yes, yes.
The hard part would be picking one and sticking with that one, right?
See, and finding a loyal one at that. Gotta pick the right loyal one.
That's for sure.
You know, I'm Zay Dog. I can't just be on anybody now.
That's right. Well, it's going to take a special person to be with you, right?
Right.
Can't just be some average girl.
Nah, I need top, thick in the waist, feel me, thick in the thighs, feel me, pretty in the face, long hair. You know?
If Nicki Minaj just had a younger sister, right?
Yo, yes, man, yes. Yeah, I'll take Nicki.
She knows how to look good. She knows how to put it all together.
Yeah, she know how to turn up too.
Have you done music videos as well on your music?
Yes, I have a music video on my YouTube.
Okay.
I'm getting the music video for Jumped Off, the single I just released. Everybody go stream that right now. Jumped Off, Apple Music. It's on everything. It just dropped. I'm getting the visuals together right now.
Oh, really?
Because I'm trying to find the best studio to do that, because I know this video is about to shake everything. Like, it's about to shake.
Yeah, I like the artwork.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I got to have it all on point.
Who did that artwork for the album?
Oh, it was my homie, Styles by Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does, that's the funny part. He doesn't do artwork. He just did that for me.
Mm-hmm.
That was for me. I'm like, oh, thank you.
That's very funny because you notice, that's you with the hair, but then you got like that Jason mask on, right?
Yeah. That's it, tight. Hey, man, killer style, buddy. And then all my fans, they love the song, so I'm like, okay, I gotta get in the video. A must.
You mind if I play a little bit of that song, or is you on the rights, right?
Oh, yeah, go ahead and play it. Yeah, I want everything to beat all of that. Play it.
Play a little bit of it. Just getting into it.
All right. Let's get it going.
Bricks make
Hey,
that way.
hey, yeah,
I
hey.
just been jumped out the porch. I just been jumped out the porch.
Hey.
Porch. Bitch, I just jumped out the porch.
Hey.
Bitch, I just jumped out the porch. I just been jumped out the porch. Coming in the game full force. No, I don't need no torch. Smoking in. No bitch, not a Newport. I get it. 50 bands for the walkthrough. 50 band is gon' cost you. A little pretty bitch at 40. Ooh, excuse her party, no party. Ooh, I'm always on time, never tardy. Look at my wrist, just frozen out barley. Just smoked the out with the G-Monk. Roll around smoking on sativa. Bitch, you can't sing no Alicia. Stepping on your big, no Felicia. I got the gas, no horse. She old bad, oh Lord. Just made a 3 on the court. All the bitches bad, no sport. Loving no Nicki Motorsport. Hole in one, call me Tiger Woods. She loving.
That's awesome, man.
Right? Everybody loving it.
We kind of see where you came from, kind of see where you're going. Anything else that you want to say or have to say out there to your current fans and for people who've never heard of you before, what do you have to say to them?
I just would like to let everybody know that Zay Dog, he finna come in his full force, and I don't need no torch, you feel me? And I got music that people can feel to. I know what you've been through, and you know what I've been through. And let's all support each other. And then let you know I love all my dogs.
All your dogs, huh?
Yeah.
I like unique individuals.
And that boring basic.
Exactly. So the person I interviewed earlier, she had her own little goth thing going on, but she has an audience for it, and that's who she is.
Lit. I can link with her.
And say, you're so funny, man. Oh, man. Yeah, the first couple of times I called, man, it went right to your voicemail.
Right, I'm like, what number is this? No caller ID? Hold on.
That's what I said. I go, he's not answering because it says no caller ID.
Right, and it was boom.
Yeah, well, definitely wasn't a boring interview.
Hey, that's lit. Turn up, man.
All right. Thank you so much for being my second guest today.
Hey, thank you for this opportunity to voice my talent and let people know who I am and what I got going on. I just want to thank you for opening your doors to me.
All right. Likewise, man.
Hey.
All right. Take care, man.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Outstanding young man. If you want to get lit without taking a hit, go to Zay Dog. He don't take no. So on Instagram, you can find Zay Dog at official Zay Dog, ZAYYDOGG on Instagram, official Zay Dog. If you want to get in contact with him. Thank you so much, Zay Dog. Isaiah, you are awesome. You are amazing. Love your energy. Love your youth. Love your go get it, take no S attitude. Ava Wescott, you were also amazing. I love your attitude. I love both of you guys out there creating your own brand. Both of you, over 19,000 Instagram followers. You'll be up to 20,000 pretty soon. So Ava Wescott is Slime BB. SLIMEBBY. Slime BB. Check out her Instagram photos. Well, that wraps up episode 118. I'm sure you enjoyed episode 117 with McGregory Federic and his amazing story on how he's racked up over 100 credits in just a year and a half. If you missed it, go back and tune into that one. It's simply amazing. Coming up next on episode 119 are two young actresses that are going to university overseas in the United Kingdom. If you don't know anything about the United Kingdom, you might want to tune in. It's a very interesting interview. Then we're gonna finish off Season 1 with superstar Loriana Izrailova. She's from Russia. She lives in New York. She's in the Screen Actors Guild. She's a working actress. She's everything that you want to be in a fine real model, an excellent role model. You don't want to miss episode 120. Hopefully by then, we'll go from number 5 on the charts, which we are today, all the way to number 1. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I love each and every one of you. Don't touch that dial. I want you to listen to the words of the lesson. It's only a few minutes long and it's all about the Hollywood game. Tune in, listen to every word spoken. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Actors 2020 podcast. I'm Johnny Keatth, your host, where we promote one or two artists at a time. If you're an actor and you would love to be promoted, just contact us at actors2020podcast@gmail.com. Now we're going to end this episode, like we end every episode, with something called The Lesson. Because life is a bitch. Gee, really? Why don't you tell me something I don't already know? Cause everywhere I go, people tell me what to do. Hey, go to church, go to school, you treat me like a fool. Now, I don't need religion, culture, or class. You don't like that fact? Well, you can kiss my ass. Yeah, I'm white and I rap. You got a problem with that? Loosen up. And don't be so uptight, take it easy, E. We got the whole night, yes, I'm psyched. I'm ready to get the show on the road. I don't want to stop, cause I just might explode. I tell you what, home slice, I'm twice as nice than any bad boy rapper called Vanilla Ice. My lesson, yeah, it's hip. In case you didn't know what I'm here to inform ya, I'm better than snow. I don't moonwalk or dunk like these Michael J's, but I can hold my own. You hear what I say? Now listen, learn, cause here comes the lesson. Lesson 1. Everybody sit down. JK is gonna take you for a ride uptown. Yo, this is the story of the Hollywood game. Choose your path careful, you're the only one to blame. Now when it comes to pot, crack, tweak, or blow, stick to the rules and just say no. Because you're young, you're eager, you want in the movies. Don't think you'll get there by giving up the booty. Cause they'll use you, abuse you, throw you out like trash. And then you'll discover that you're out of cash. Now your heart, your soul is somewhere on the shelf. And you're walking through the streets now talking to yourself. The lesson. Well, you heard lesson 1, it's time for lesson 2. You have a choice and the choice is up to you. I came to Hollywood to be a rich and famous star, but for now I'm waiting tables and I'm tending someone's bar. Pictures, classes, agents, where the hell does it all end? Every time I turn around, I'm starting over again. I finally got a break with a 5 line and under. My life was starting to roar like lightning and thunder. The phone rings, hello? I'm cast in a pilot. My life's been out of control just like an LA riot. I walked off the set, said to hell with this, oh man. The phone's not even ringing and my life is in the can. The lesson. Yeah, final One lesson here, of course it's number 3. Now remember, I'm an actor to be or not to be. When the going got tough, I climbed into the bottle. I'm back on my feet now, revving my throttle on the climb to the top. It's the same old games. Now I'm kicking ass and I'm taking some names. Clawing, scraping, screaming, that was a long, hard crawl. But it was all worth it, I'm a box off the straw. Opportunity was there when I took it with a punch. Not now, baby, but let's do lunch. There's a big piece of pie and you should grab your portion. You can be like me, enjoying fame and fortune. Boom! That's the lesson. Go and learn it. It's the lesson. Go and learn it. It's the lesson. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in to Actors 2020 Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Keatth. Until the next episode. Bye-bye.